He may be known for comedy. He's the drama. He's one of the most successful characters in modern film. But Tyler Perry's life off-screen is just as astonishing as the empire he built over the years. Have you ever wondered how a humble writer rose from homelessness to owning one of the largest homes in the entire state of Georgia? And how does he balance immense wealth with a life grounded in work, privacy, and generosity? Join us as we step into the extraordinary life of Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's starting years. Tyler Perry's journey is one of the most extraordinary rises to wealth and influence in modern entertainment. Born in New Orleans in 1969 as Emmett Perry Jr., Perry grew up in a household shaped by hardship, discipline, and a constant search for safety. As a young man, he began writing as a way to process his experiences, filling notebooks with scenes and characters that carried pieces of his own life. Those early stories eventually evolved into stage plays that he produced on his own, performing for small audiences and slowly building a loyal following that believed in the worlds he created. Over time, the success of his stage work opened the door to a new era in his career. He made the jump to film, television, and later, ownership of his own studio, a move that changed not only his life, but also the entire landscape of Black entertainment in America. Tyler Perry Studios became one of the largest production facilities in the United States, and its achievements helped elevate Perry to billionaire status. Every step of his growth was driven by his work ethic, business instincts, and ability to create stories that millions of people related to. Today, Tyler Perry lives a life that reflects the scale of everything he has built. His real estate, his private jet, his cars, and the way he moves through the world are all shaped by a combination of success, vision, and a deep sense of privacy. His Atlanta mansion stands out as one of the most impressive homes ever constructed in Georgia, and his lifestyle shows just how far he has traveled from his earliest years in New Orleans. And it all begins with the home that has become the center of his world, Perry's Buckhead Mega Mansion. Tyler Perry's first major statement of success in Atlanta was the Buckhead Mega Mansion he built on a sprawling 17-acre estate he purchased in 2005 for $9 million. The property came with an existing residence, but Perry chose to start fresh. The original house had once belonged to a well-known segregationist, and Perry did not want to live inside walls that carried that history. Instead, he cleared the land and began designing a home that matched both his vision and the scale of what he believed his future would become. What rose on the site was a property unlike anything Atlanta had ever seen. The completed residence covered 34,688 square feet, with a layout that combined luxury, privacy, and a sense of intentional grandeur. The home offered 7 bedroom suites and 14 bathroom spaces, designed so that every guest and every member of his family could move comfortably through the estate. Beyond the main living areas, the mansion held features that were rare even among the wealthy. Perry added an underground ballroom built to host large gatherings, a 5-car garage, and a full guest house for long-term visitors. Outside, the grounds included an infinity pool positioned to overlook the treetops of Buckhead, creating the kind of quiet retreat that felt far removed from city life. For Perry, this home was more than a residence. He once said he wanted to build something vast enough to show what faith could make possible, and the Buckhead Mansion became the physical representation of that belief. It reflected the long journey from his early struggles to the height of financial independence, and it marked the moment he entered the world of global wealth with complete confidence. And as remarkable as this mansion was, it was only the beginning of the world he would go on to create. The 1,200-acre Atlanta estate. Tyler Perry's most ambitious project is the vast 1,200-acre estate he has been assembling since 2013, a property that sits just outside Atlanta and signals a new chapter in the scale of his vision. Unlike the Buckhead Mansion, which served as a personal statement of success, this new estate is built with the intention of permanence. Every part of it is designed not only for comfort, but also for legacy, the kind of home that anchors a family name for generations. The land stretches across rolling fields, wooded areas, and quiet lakes, giving Perry one of the largest private estates in the entire state of Georgia. At the center of the property, he is constructing a 35,000-square-foot residence inspired by the grand architectural style of the American Gilded Age. The design draws from historic estates that were built during a time when craftsmanship, detail, and scale were used to reflect ambition. Early estimates suggest the project will cost close to $100 million, a figure that gives a sense of how expansive the estate will be once it is complete. Perry is building with an eye toward the future, choosing materials and layouts that will stand long after this chapter of his career. Beyond the mansion itself, the land includes features rarely found on private property. Perry has added a personal runway and a jet hangar that allow him to move directly between the estate and his work without depending on public airports. The grounds also hold a massive pool, an organic farm that will supply fresh food, and space for horses and riding trails. He has also planned wellness facilities that will bring spa-level health and relaxation services directly onto the property. All of this sits only minutes away from Tyler Perry Studios, allowing him to live close to the creative center of his empire. This estate represents more than comfort. It reflects the idea of generational wealth, a permanent home base built to endure. And as impressive as it already is, the most fascinating part is what Perry plans to build next on this enormous stretch of Georgia land. The Avec Chateau Estate. Long before the towering 1,200-acre estate became the center of his vision, Tyler Perry made a bold statement with his first major showcase home, a property that would come to be seen as the foundation of his faith-driven success. Built in the early 2000s, the 17,252-square-foot mansion reflected both Perry's rising wealth and his desire to create a space that embodied his personal values. The estate was far more than just a house. It was the first home he could call his own after years of struggle, homelessness, and uncertainty. From the moment guests stepped inside, it was clear that this was no ordinary residence. The foyer, finished in Italian marble, featured a striking horse statue, a symbol of power, grace, and freedom. Beyond that, the grand salon served as a central gathering place, its soaring ceilings and elegant design inviting family, friends, and collaborators to share in the space. A paneled library with crystal chandeliers offered a quiet retreat, a place for reflection, planning, or simply getting lost in a good book. Outside, the estate continued to impress with a pool that cascaded into a waterfall, surrounded by manicured gardens and tennis courts that hinted at leisurely afternoons and social gatherings. Every corner of the home was carefully curated to combine luxury with a sense of purpose. For Perry, this property held a deeply emotional significance. It was more than bricks and marble. It was the first tangible proof that his faith, perseverance, and hard work were bearing fruit. He often referred to it as his faith home, a space where he could live comfortably without forgetting the journey that brought him there. Reports indicate that he eventually sold the home in 2018 for approximately $2.19 million, marking the end of one chapter while setting the stage for even larger ambitions. While the sale closed the door on this early milestone, the impact of that home still resonates. It represented the first time Perry could truly enjoy the fruits of his labor and dream bigger than ever before. And if that first faith home showed what was possible, then his next properties would push the limits of imagination and scale in ways that few could have predicted. Get ready, because this is where things start going crazy. Perry's LA, Properties and Islands. Tyler Perry's presence in Los Angeles reflected both his growing Hollywood influence and his eye for strategic property investments. Among his most notable acquisitions was a 24,000-square-foot villa in Beverly Ridge Estates, a property that later became a temporary home for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The estate's grandeur and privacy made it a favorite among high-profile visitors, cementing Perry's reputation as a trusted figure in Hollywood circles, and demonstrating the strategic value of owning properties that offered both luxury and discretion. Perry also owned a striking modern glass mansion in Beverly Hills, which he purchased for $14.5 million. The house featured pyramid skylights, marble staircases, a koi pond, and a resort-style pool with a slide. He sold it shortly after for $15.6 million to Pharrell Williams, showcasing his ability to make smart, high-stakes real estate moves. In the bird streets of Hollywood, Perry's contemporary hillside home stood out for its bold design. The property included a nightclub, a glass-floor catwalk over the wine cellar, and an infinity pool overlooking the city, blending entertainment with opulence. Each of these Los Angeles homes reflected a mix of personal taste and strategic placement, allowing Perry to thrive both socially and financially. But while these properties were impressive, they were only a taste of the scale and ambition he would bring to his next estate ventures. Beyond Atlanta, Tyler Perry has created retreats that balance luxury with solitude. In Jackson Hole, Wyoming, he owns a rustic log cabin tucked into the mountains, a place where he can escape city life and reconnect with nature. The area is known for its wildlife, and Perry has shared stories of close encounters, including sightings of grizzly bears, which add a raw, untamed dimension to the property. For his birthday, Perry purchased 2 private islands in the Bahamas, White Bay Cay, 25 acres, and a smaller 7-acre island. On these islands, he constructed a Balinese-style villa complete with guest bungalows, shipping in essentials like water systems, electricity, and even palm trees to recreate a tropical paradise. These properties are designed for reflection, creative thought, and the kind of quiet luxury that cannot be replicated in a city environment. They show a different side of Perry, the man who values peace and the ability to dream on a grand scale. And yet, while these escapes are extraordinary, The next part of his empire shows just how vast his vision truly is. Are you ready for it? Tyler Perry Studios. Tyler Perry's crown jewel is Tyler Perry Studios, a sprawling 330-acre production complex in Atlanta that stands as one of the largest in the United States. The land was once a Confederate Army base, and Perry's purchase and development carries symbolic weight, reclaiming a site tied to oppression and transforming it into a center of Black creativity and economic empowerment. The studio has become a hub for film and television production, attracting projects from major networks and studios. Facilities on the property are nothing short of remarkable. The campus includes replicas of the White House, an airport terminal set, multiple neighborhoods, and sound stages capable of accommodating productions of any scale. The attention to detail and versatility of the sets make it a one-stop location for filmmakers, a unique selling point that has drawn national attention. The studio also has a major economic impact, employing thousands of Atlantans and supporting countless local businesses. Perry's vision turned the space into a community, a training ground, and a statement of what ownership and ambition can achieve. And while the studio anchors his empire, the lifestyle surrounding it reveals the man behind the massive success. So what exactly does on in Perry's life when he's not in creator mode? Tyler Perry's aviation lifestyle. Tyler Perry's approach to travel matches the scale of his empire. At the center of his aviation lifestyle is a $125 million Gulfstream III, a jet that Perry has transformed into a flying extension of his home and studio. The interior alone reportedly cost $50 million to customize, turning the aircraft into a space that blends luxury, productivity, and comfort. Every detail reflects Perry's personal taste, from the leather finishes to the high-end furnishings. The cabin features a 42-inch HD screen, satellite television, a full kitchen, a dining area, and a VIP bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. Even the pillows, carpets, and lampshades carry a subtle but unmistakable T logo, a signature mark that shows his attention to branding and personal identity. The jet functions as much more than a transport vehicle. Perry has described it as both a flying office and a flying film studio, a place where he can meet with collaborators, work on scripts, review edits, or even conduct business calls while en route. Its versatility allows him to travel long distances without losing any of the productivity that keeps his empire moving forward. Reports confirm that the jet has been used extensively for both business trips and personal travel, reflecting the seamless integration of work and lifestyle in Perry's world. And while the Gulfstream itself is extraordinary, it is only one piece of a much larger picture in which aviation plays a central role in his daily life. Perry has taken flying lessons, gaining a first-hand understanding of aviation that few entertainers pursue. He uses the jet not only for efficiency in his demanding schedule, but also as a personal escape, a way to disconnect while moving between properties. Whether flying to his Bahamas Islands, the Jackson Hole cabin, or other remote locations, the aircraft allows him to bypass the hassles of commercial travel and maintain privacy. This combination of independence and mobility is central to his lifestyle. At his Douglas County estate, Perry is integrating aviation directly into daily life with a private runway and hangar. The design allows him to land his jet, taxi it directly to a secure hangar, and board or depart without relying on public airports. This seamless connection between home and air travel underscores the level of planning and foresight Perry applies to his lifestyle. It is a rare luxury that transforms transportation from a necessity into an effortless extension of living and working on his terms. But now that we know he likes the airspace, let's find out how he moves when he's back on land. Perry's car and fashion style. Tyler Perry's taste in vehicles mirrors his overall approach to wealth, understated yet sophisticated. He has owned luxury Rovers and high-end vehicles, but he rarely flaunts them publicly. Unlike some entertainers, Perry does not build a persona around flashy cars or collect exotic models simply to display them. It seems that his choices prioritize comfort, reliability, and privacy rather than attention. Even on the rare occasions when his cars appear in photos or on social media, they feel like an extension of his lifestyle rather than the centerpiece. And while cars are only a small part of his image, his taste in fashion is far more elaborate. Perry's style is polished, modern, and deliberate. He favors tailored suits, leather jackets, and clean-cut ensembles that convey confidence without ostentation. Designer branding is subtle or absent, reflecting a focus on refinement over showmanship. This consistent wardrobe supports his public persona as a grounded, disciplined, and mature figure, someone who commands attention through presence rather than flashy accessories. Basically, his fashion choices are part of a larger brand that emphasizes professionalism and elegance, mirroring the discipline he applies in business and daily life. While Perry keeps much of his personal life private, it is clear that he maintains a high-level team to manage his empire. His staff includes pilots, personal assistants, household staff, cooks, and groundskeepers, all working behind the scenes to ensure smooth operations. At Tyler Perry Studios, hundreds of employees contribute to productions, creating a ripple effect that impacts the local economy and supports the creative community. Perry's approach to staffing balances discretion with efficiency, allowing him to maintain control while giving employees opportunities for growth and stability. And with such a large team in place, security and privacy become essential next. His philanthropy. In addition to his extraordinary wealth and lifestyle, Tyler Perry has made philanthropy a central part of his public life, using his resources to support those in need and effect meaningful change in communities. One of the most widely reported examples occurred in Atlanta, where rising property taxes threatened to displace vulnerable seniors. Perry stepped in, donating $750,000 to cover back taxes and subsidize upcoming increases. This effort directly helped hundreds of elderly residents keep their homes, a move widely praised by local officials and media outlets. Beyond the financial impact, it positioned Perry as a civic leader willing to leverage his wealth to address pressing community needs. The gesture was emblematic of his broader philosophy. Wealth carries responsibility, and those who have achieved success can make tangible improvements in the lives of others. But while tax relief was an urgent local intervention, Perry's philanthropy extended into global crises and emergencies. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Perry's generosity became even more visible. Reports indicate that he paid grocery bills for seniors in both Atlanta and New Orleans, ensuring that vulnerable populations could maintain access to essentials during lockdowns. He also donated to food banks and supported vaccination drives, directly addressing the twin challenges of hunger and health during a global crisis. In recognition of his sustained humanitarian efforts, Perry received the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award, a testament to the reach and consistency of his contributions. His actions demonstrated that his wealth was not simply for personal comfort, but for meaningful intervention when and where it was needed most. Even as he supported public health, Perry did not shy away from social justice causes. He quietly but decisively intervened in high-profile cases that drew national attention. After the tragic death of Rayshard Brooks, Perry reportedly covered funeral expenses, showing compassion and respect for the family. He also donated to Kenneth Walker's legal defense, stepping in to support individuals affected by incidents of police brutality. While his involvement in these matters often remained private, reports confirm that he contributed to numerous other cases aimed at addressing systemic inequities and ensuring justice. Through these efforts, Perry demonstrated a willingness to leverage both his visibility and financial resources to advocate for fairness and accountability, creating a model of celebrity influence used responsibly. Beyond social justice, Perry has invested in the future through education. He has contributed significant resources to programs that uplift youth and promote mentorship. Notably, Perry donated $100,000 to the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence initiative, which provides guidance, scholarships, and mentorship for young men in Atlanta. His support also extends to other local programs, funding educational opportunities, community centers, and leadership initiatives. Through these contributions, Perry has created pathways for youth to succeed in environments that might otherwise lack support. Reports consistently highlight the impact of these donations, emphasizing not only financial support, but also the encouragement of young people to strive for excellence. While his philanthropy touches countless lives, it is only one dimension of a lifestyle defined by ambition, vision, and discipline, elements that continue to shape both his work and his personal world. Speaking of work, what exactly is Perry like when he's working? Let's find out. His work ethic. Tyler Perry's productivity is the engine behind his extraordinary empire. Unlike many filmmakers, he does not rely on a writer's room or large creative teams to drive content creation. Instead, he writes, directs, and produces much of his work independently, shaping scripts and overseeing production personally. People often say he can shoot entire seasons of television shows in record time, a pace that would challenge most production teams. His approach is methodical yet rapid, designed to maximize output without sacrificing quality. Every decision, from casting to editing, passes through his hands, which allows him to maintain both creative control and efficiency. Observers often note that his ability to work at this scale reflects not just talent, but a disciplined mindset cultivated over decades. Even before production begins, Perry's days start with intention. He begins each morning with prayer, grounding himself in faith before the demands of work take over. His physical routine includes running, dance workouts, or brisk walks, exercises that keep him energized and focused. He intentionally avoids morning news, choosing instead to start the day with positivity and mental clarity. This combination of spiritual practice, physical movement, and intentional mental focus helps sustain the long hours and high intensity of his work. By structuring his mornings with such discipline, Perry ensures that his mindset aligns with the productivity he expects of himself. Despite an intense work schedule, Perry prioritizes family. He carves out non-negotiable time for his son, ensuring that holidays and summer breaks are dedicated to family rather than work. He encourages a grounded lifestyle for his child, introducing him to real-world experiences such as commercial flying rather than extravagant displays of wealth. Reports note that Perry actively balances immersion in his empire with moments of presence at home, teaching by example that discipline and care for loved ones can coexist with ambition. And while his daily routine blends productivity, wellness, and family, the values that sustain it extend far beyond personal gain, shaping the next stages of both his work and his life in ways that continue to inspire. His public image. For anyone who follows Perry, you know that faith is at the center of his identity, guiding both his creative decisions and personal life. Reports note that his homes feature biblical inscriptions, subtle reminders of the spiritual principles he holds dear. Perry has frequently spoken about the role of prayer in shaping his career, attributing his success and wealth to steadfast belief and deliberate spiritual practice. For him, luxury is never the primary goal. Material possessions are secondary to fulfillment, purpose, and the ability to serve others. People consistently describe him as a man whose spiritual grounding informs every decision, from the way he structures his estates to the choices he makes in business. This devotion to faith provides a framework for his daily routine, philanthropy, and creative output, creating a life that balances abundance with meaning. Again, faith also informs Perry's broader mission of empowerment and legacy building. His Tyler Perry Studios sits on land that was formerly a Confederate Army base, a symbolic reclamation that transforms a site once associated with oppression into a center of Black creativity and economic opportunity. Perry often frames his work in terms of ownership, describing his goal as a mission to build our own table, where Black artists and communities can thrive on their own terms. His approach to real estate, whether homes or commercial properties, reflects more of a political and cultural statement, reinforcing representation and generational wealth. Despite his vast fortune and influence, Perry remains an exceptionally private and grounded billionaire. He rarely boasts about wealth, and his personal life is largely offline, shielded from the public gaze. Reports indicate that he prefers to let his work ethic and philanthropy speak for him, creating a persona defined by discipline, generosity, and vision rather than extravagance. Even in Hollywood, where ostentation is common, Perry's humility and focus stand out, drawing respect from colleagues and the public alike. And that's everything on Tyler Perry's insane lifestyle and empire. What do you think of this filmmaking billionaire? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you enjoyed the ride, and subscribe for more wild luxury stories from the world of celebrity and luxury lifestyle.